Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully done our add subcategories. Right now you are able to add subcategories, which is fine. So now in this video I want to complete our edit functionality and also delete functionality. Like first of all I want to complete that edit one. So if you want to do this work, that is in our all subcategory page. Now go to our subcategory all page and here you can see that is our edit button, that is our delete one. Great. So now I want to create another new route that will be as the edit sub. Okay, that will be the edit subcategory, and also we have to edit it with a specific one of the ID, which is fine. I hope at that point it's very clear to you. Now I want to create our edit subcategory. Now go to our web route. Into the web route, that will be as the edit subcategory, and I name it as our URL will be as the edit subcategory, and also here we have to pass one of the ID. That is our requested ID, right? Now I want to create another new method as the edit subcategory method. I simply copy it. Now go to our subcategory controller. Now into the subcategory controller, after this I want to create another new one that will be as a public, and then function, and then our method name will be as the edit subcategory. Great. Here also we have to pass our requested ID, because there have also another requested ID. I simply pass it in here. Okay, perfect. So I simply pass it ID in particular that position, which is fine, and then that will be just like our add subcategory. Better I want to copy both of these from here. Okay, from our add subcategory I copy it, and now in particular that position I paste it, because when you edit it also our category will be needed, right? For the reasons here I take that our categories order by category name ascending order, I simply get it by take the things with this variable, and now also we have to get our specific subcategory ID. So I take another variable as a subcategory, and then our subcategory, that is a model, and here I want to get it by the find or fail method, right? And I want to find or fail method by our requested ID. So I simply take that our requested ID here, I simply take it. Great. So now I simply take the things with this variable as a subcategory, category, right? That will be the subcategory. Here also I want to pass it in our compact method. So after that I also want to pass our another one that will be as a subcategory. So I pass both of this. I pass that our category, and also I pass that our subcategory. So now I want to display it in our backend subcategory folder. I want to create another new one as a subcategory edit. Okay, so this type of one of the page now I want to create. So if you want to create it, that will be in our subcategories, that means in our view, and that is our subcategory folder. Here I want to create on the new file, click as a save as, I name it as a subcategory edit.blade.php. okay, so I simply create it. So that will be just like our subcategory add. From the subcategory add I copy everything, and now in our subcategory edit page here I paste it. Okay friends, so now only want to customize it. I only want to display the value, so that will be as edit. Okay, edit our subcategory, and then I make it as a edit subcategory, which is fine. And also our category, now that should be selected. You can see I have also passed that category name, that is a category. So by these categories it should be load all that our categories, and also there is a subcategories. I want to show that value. So if you want to show that value, I have already passed it by the another variable as a subcategory variable. It should be get and find or fail a specific requested ID data. I take the things with this variable, and here I pass it in our subcategory edit page. Right, so now to the subcategory edit page I want to display this value, so that will be our variable as a subcategory. So now by this subcategories I want to access our field name, our database field name as the same name as a subcategory's name. Right, now in our input field area our subcategory's name should be displayed. That's all. Okay, that's all we have to do and also we have to make it as a selected. I show you, like first of all I want to check it, click as a save all. Now if you go, I want to refresh it, and now like there is a category, I want to click as a edit. Yes, you can see it's now successfully get that our man stop where, right? If you go back, and also I want to check it as a home furniture. If you click as a edit, now you can see it's now selected as a home furniture. That means our value a specific requested ID. So that is actually our requested ID 5 ID. So now that is actually visible, right? But here one things, our category name is, you can see there is a category name is not selected. So here that should be selected, because of all for the home furniture I have already added one of the category. You can see I have already added the category as a sweet home. That means our sweet home should be as a selected. Okay, so now let's do that work. For doing this is pretty much simple. One of the conditions now we have to apply, in particular our category, that is one of the option here we have to add it. So it should be very easy. That means in our category table, there is a category table ID, right? So when this ID will be matched with our subcategories table category ID, then I want to add one of the option class as a selected, rather than that will be as a empty, right? So first of all, I want to get that our categories table ID field. So if you want to get this our categories table ID field, I have already get that our categories data. I take the things with as our category, right? Now with this category, you can see before I have also used it as a category ID. Now I want to add that condition. So I simply added this condition. So here it should be our category. That is our category table. So that is a category variable here. With this, I want to access our category table ID. Right, when this ID will be equal, when this will be equal our subcategories table category ID, right? When that will be as equal, that means when that will be as a 1, it should be checked in our subcategories table, that is our category ID. When that will be as a 1, then I want to make it as a selected, rather than that will be as a empty. So if you want to get that our subcategories data, so for the subcategories data, I have also passed another variable as a subcategories, right? So now by this, so I want to access our subcategories table field name. That means here there is a field name as a category underscore ID. Right, friend, I hope it's very clear. Now I want to use it when that will be equal our subcategories. So that is our subcategories variable here. By this, I want to access our subcategories table field name as a category underscore ID. When that will be matched, then I want to make it one of the option class as a selected. Okay, that will be as a selected, and else, that will be as a else it will be as a empty. Simple one of the condition. I hope everything is very much clear to you. Now let's check this out. If you click as a save all, now that should be as a selected. Now if you click as a refresh, now if you refresh it, now you can see that is our home suite, that means our suite home. So if you now go to our category, so for the category you can see there is a 5, that means our for the suite home, that is our ID as a 3. When this 3 will be matched with our subcategories table, here I want to browse it, that means here now I have inserted another one. You can see that is our category ID will be as a 3. So when both of this will be a match, then that will be as a selected, right? Now let's check this out. If you now go there, I want to simply edit it. Now click as a edit. You can see now that is selected as a suite home, and also that is our home furniture. And if you now go back, and also if you want to check with the fashion, like I click as a edit, yeah, it's successfully selected as a fashion, and man's stopper is also visible. So now I want to update it. So if you want to update, process is very simple. I have already passed that our name. Now I want to create another new one. Route will be as update. Update subcategory. So now that will be our the post method. I want to create this type of one of the route in our web route area. So now into the web route here, I have already added that same things for our category. So now I want to update as a update subcategory. Our URL will be as a update subcategory. I want to create another new method that will be as a update subcategory. Okay, so now I want to create this update subcategory. I copy it. Now in our subcategory controller, after that I name it as a public, and then function, and then method name will be as update subcategory. Great. So friend, that will be just like our insert, and also here that is one of the post method. Also we have to get that our requested data, so I want to pass that as a request, and also that will be as a $request. Okay, I simply pass both of this in here. And also here we need our category ID. So for the reasons in our subcategory edit page, from to this position I want to pass that our subcategories table ID. So that will be the input field. I make it as a hidden, and here I want to pass the name will be, I name it as ID, and value I want to pass it. That means our subcategories table ID I want to pass. So if you want to pass that subcategories table ID, before I have already passed it in our category edit page as a subcategory, right? Now I want to do by this subcategory, I want to pass our ID. Okay, that means that is our subcategory table ID. I want to pass it. Great. It means if you go, I show you like right now, if you go and here if you refresh it, I simply refresh it. Now everything will be more clear to you. So better I want to make it as a text. Okay, I make it as a text. Now click as a save all. Now refresh. So that is actually our requested ID. It will be get. You can see that is actually one of the ID. Okay. So now that is the ID. From to this position, I make it as a hidden, and from to the hidden, I am actually passing it. Simple things. Okay. So I simply pass it. Now I will actually get the things by this requested ID. Now here that is our request, and after that I want to get our requested ID. Though that will be the sub. I name it as a sub underscore ID. Okay, or subcat ID. Better I make it as a subcat ID, and then that will be our which one? That will be our request. So that will be the request, request, right? The requested field name. I have already passed it from to this area as a ID. Okay, so now I simply get that our requested ID. Great. Then rest of this will be just like our insert. You can see that is our insert as a store subcategory. So I want to copy total things. Okay, I simply copy everything from here, and now after that I want to paste it. So now in our subcategories right now, first of all we have to find or fail, right? So we have to find it or fail. That will be find or fail method. Or I want to get that our requested ID. Our requested ID will be which one? Our requested ID I have already take the things with this variable. Now here I have to pass it. Okay, and after that I want to update. That will be the update method. I simply call this update method. Great. Now our category will be updated, and then so everything rest of this will be same. Okay, here we don't need to change anything, and then our notification will be displayed as a subcategory is updated successfully, and it will be returned direct to our all subcategory space. Great. So friend, that's all you have to do. Now let's check this out. Click as a save all. Okay, click as a save all, and now I want to update it. Now click as a refresh. Like right now that is our fashion. I want to make it as a men's stopwear 1, and here I make it as a sweet home. Okay, now click as a save changes. Is successfully updated as a subcategory updated successful, and here you can see our category name is become changed and subcategory name is also become changed. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So now also I want to complete the delete functionality. Is very simple. Here only we have to go to our subcategories all page. I want to create on the new route. Route name as a delete subcategories. Also we have to delete it with a specific one of the ID. Our sweet alert will be loaded by this ID as a delete. Now I want to create our route name as a delete subcategories in our web route. Into the web route, that will be as a delete subcategories. I name that our URL will be delete subcategories, and also that I have one of the requested ID. Because of all here you can see I have also passed that our requested ID. Great. So now I want to create another new method that will be as a delete subcategory. Okay, so this type of one of the method now I want to create in our subcategory controller. Now I want to create it. So that is a delete subcategories. I want to create it in our subcategories controller. Here after that I name it as a public, and then function, and then our method name will be delete subcategory. Great. Okay, so here that will be very easy. Only I want to find our ID. So here from to this position I also pass on the ID. Now we have to take this ID in particular that area, so that will be as a ID. Great. And then the same condition, that is our subcategory. So by this subcategory I want to add that our find. Okay, find or fail, and I want to get that our requested ID. So that will be our requested ID. I simply get it, and when it will be get, I want to make it as a delete. That means our delete function. That is a delete method. I simply load it. Great. So after that delete, if you want to display some of the message, you can display it like I just copy it. Notification message, I paste it. Okay, that will be as a notification message as a subcategory deleted successfully. It will be returned direct to the back page. Okay, here we don't need to pass any route. That's all you have to do. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. Now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now if you go now refresh it. Now I want to delete our, like now I have the 5 data, so I want to delete our sweet home and man stopper. Click as a delete, cancel it, everything will be same. If you click as a yes, delete it. Now that should be as a 4. Yeah, you can see it's now successfully deleted. Our message is also visible as a subcategory deleted successfully. Okay friend, here we successfully complete our subcategory part. we successfully complete the category part and then brand part. So next video I want to complete that vendor registration process. So vendor will be able to register from to the page. So for that I want to create another route, and from here vendor will be able to register, and all the data will be saved in particular that position. Admin will be approve this, then that will be executed. Okay, so how to do this work, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.